Good afternoon, everyone. It's Steph Pioneers Life Center, and we are on today again, our Wednesday English class for the deaf. We are focusing on revising what we have covered this term because at the end of every term, we have a revision assessment, not a revision assessment, but an assessment to see how well you all are learning and understanding English. Right, so today we will be focusing our revision on identifying the subject of a sentence, which must be linked to the verb, who or what is doing the action in the sentence, the focus of the sentence. So that's another word we use for the subject. And you will see on the board, you see section A that I'm formatting our revision the same way the test will be formatted. Section A, subject in a sentence. And I'm underlining the word or circling the word subject. All right. And subject, we said the subject is the focus. The other word we use, focus. Or if you look on books, those people who would like to move further ahead, talk about the main idea in the sentence. So the subject of a sentence, and the subject of a sentence is linked to the verb. So every time you are looking for the subject of a sentence, first you need to identify the verb, and then we're going to identify the subject. So we're going to go to the steps. I'm seeing a few persons on live with us. Welcome, Selwyn. I'm seeing Selwyn online. Welcome. It's great to see you. And we're looking for the others. So the more you read, the more you engage with the learning activities, you will get better. Right? So I am so seeing a lot of dedication of persons very dedicated to learning English, right? Those who come on live and those who come afterwards, where we have our YouTube channel where we have all our videos posted there. But to access it, you need to go on our website, deafpioneers.com. So you're going to see all our classes there so that you can do your revision, right? But in order to get any feedback, that means to get any feedback from me, you need to register with us to get that service. But you can access our work online on our website. Okay, so let's start with this. So what I would like, Selwyn, I'm going to explain, and afterwards you are going to complete. You're going to get the answers. So yeah, the instruction is section A. You are going to underline or draw a line under the subject of the sentence. You are drawing a line under the subject of the sentence. So, but before we do the subject, we are going to identify the verb. So the verb in the sentence is an action word. Verb could be an action word, or it could be a telling word to tell us about something, which we did in our previous term. Right, so the action words, which is two verbs, words in this verb here, and we'll go more deeper into verbs, is playing. So we have to ask ourselves, who is playing? And who is playing, the answer for that question will be the subject. So based on that question that I asked, see if you can find out who is playing in question in the first sentence and underline it. All right, so when you finish that number one, now we're going to go on to number two. Oh, sucks. All right, so we're going on to Okay, some people are getting some problems with joining the class, so let's send them a link. Okay, so we are going to the second sentence. The second sentence, we want to find the subject again. So we're going to identify the verb. The verb is an action word. So I'm circling the verb. So the verb in the sentence here is the word like. So like is the verb. So you ask the same question. Who like or what like? Right? So when we ask that question now, we will get the answer, which will be the subject of the sentence. So underline the subject of the sentence. So we have two sentences in section 2, section A, sorry, and you have to find the subject of the sentence. I'm seeing Sabriki is on. Sabriki, sorry about that mistake sending the link to you. So the link that we use for English class every week is the same link. I never change it, but we have other programs where we use another link. So I apologize for sending you that link. Okay, so we have the verb that is circled, but you have to underline the subject in the sentence. So today I'm not teaching anything, we are revising. And this is one of the things we are revising, the subject of the sentence. So underline the subject and the center of the sentence in 1 and 2. Okay. At the end of when we finish this class, I would like to send all of it first. So I know Sabrina now come on. So I hope you can see what we are doing. All right, Salvan, are you finished? I know Salvan was here first. Salvan, are you finished? Okay, yes. Okay, all right. Salvan is finished all. So we're going, Sabrika, I'm changing the slide to the next one. All right, I know you came in a little late due to our error. And I'm going to the next slide. The next slide, we are looking at pronouns. So we are looking at the pronouns. All right, the pronoun is, remember, pronoun is used to replace a noun, and today the kind of noun they're replacing is the subject in the sentence. So we have pronouns, we call the pronouns called we call it subject pronouns. The pronouns, we call them subject pronouns. So we're looking for the pronoun to replace the subject in the sentence. So I'm going to tell you what is the subject. So you have to find the subject and then replace it. But I will tell you the subject for the first sentence. So the sentence we have, so you need to change that subject when we, so the sentence we have for number 1 is the woman go to the market every day. And this is a sentence we just read here. The woman go to the market every day. The subject will based on, and this is a follow-up from our section A. First, you identify the verb, which is go. This is the verb. This is the verb. The verb is go. All right? Who go? And that will give you the subject. And this is giving you the answer right there for the last section. So by asking who go, we get the woman is the one doing the action. So we want to get a pronoun to replace the woman. And the pronouns are listed here. He, she, we, it. I put we twice. Sorry about that. I missed out one. So I'm just gonna write it. And after it's supposed to be you. And then they. So I'm going to repeat myself. He, she, we, it, you, and they. These are the subject pronouns. So we want to replace the woman in our sentence. So we have to decide which one of these pronouns we're going to use. Now, each pronoun has a meaning. So we have two types in terms of groupings. We have singular to replace one person or thing, and then we have plural to replace more than one person or thing or animal or thing. All right? So we have the singular pronoun and we have the plural pronoun. So we have to ask ourselves, the subject that we identify, is it singular or is it plural? So that we have the woman. Woman, if you know woman, that word, it is plural. It means more than one woman, more than one, more than one, right? More than one ladies or so, right? So we're searching for the one of the pronouns that have more than one. And based on my explanation about the meaning of these pronouns in our lessons that we had during the term, you will know that the only pronoun that makes sense in terms of the woman is the word they. And I give you the answer for this first one. So we have they. So I'm taking out woman and I'm putting they. They go to the market every day. So you are doing the other two sentences on your own. So go ahead. I'm giving you a few minutes to finish it. Go ahead. So Sabriki, I'm seeing you not writing, but try and write now. So go ahead and write, because at the end of the lesson, yes, I want you to write now. Yep. So as we're going from slide to slide, this is a revision we are writing. Selwyn, are you finished? Yeah, Selwyn is still writing. So this is just a revision. Where's that? And I'm seeing a new member in our class coming in today. Maria, welcome Maria to our class. She's connecting right now and she's seeing us in our English level 1. Welcome. Oh, always nice to have you. All right. Remember, when we have finished our class today, you can see our you can see our sorry about that. You can see our video on YouTube, on our Facebook page, deafpioneers.com. So if you want to do your revision and you can't remember things that was done, you can go there to access it. Okay. If you get any problems, just WhatsApp me and I will send you the link too. Right, so this is section B. Selwyn, are you finished? Tell me, Selwyn, are you finished? All right, Selwyn, tell me if you're finished. I'm seeing him like he's maybe finished. So let's go on to section C. So section C is where we're looking at our conjunctions. And remember what a, oops, I made a little error there. Let me fix it. Quick, quick, quick. All right, remember concerning the conjunctions. Conjunctions are words used to join words It is used to join words, phrases, sentences together, right? So, but the last thing we were doing was sentences. So conjunctions is used to join words, phrases, sentences. And we did two conjunctions. We did and we did but. And we explained the difference between both of them based on what their job is to do is to join, but they join certain things. For and, they join things that are the same ideas. The and joins the same ideas. But joins different ideas. So but joins different ideas, but and join the same kind of ideas. So we need to join these. You're going to be joining sentences. You're going to be joining sentences. This is what you're doing, joining sentences. So you'll see two sentences in each one. This is one sentence here, and this is another sentence. So I want you to join them for me. I'm not giving you the I am not giving you the idea. I want to see if you remember. You have to read. This one is where I want to see how you are going to read. The rain is falling. The sun is shining. Now I'm asking the interpreter, don't sign it, but he has to sign something. Okay, sign. So you are joining number one. Join those sentences. What are you going? So go ahead. So you are joining these two sentences in number one, but you have to look at the idea. What is the idea? Is the idea the same? One is saying one idea. One sentence is saying the rain is falling. One is saying the sun is shining. Same time the rain falling. Same time the sun shining. Is those ideas the same? Or is it different? So you know which one of them to use to join. Similarly, the second sentence, the lady is eating, the lady is sitting. Can both things happen at the same time? Look at that. That's a question I'm asking you concerning using and but. So go ahead and finish that. So complete the exercise and we will, at the end, we will correct it. So you have 10 more minutes and then we're going to close up our class today. Go ahead and finish. All right, so I'm seeing Sabriki's signing and as and for both of them, both 1 and 2. And is for both of them, or for one and not for the other. I seen Selwyn saying and is for both of them. All right, you have to read very carefully. Two of them is an. Selwyn says two of them is an. Sabriki, what do you say? What do you think? Both sentences is an, Sabriki? Number one. Ah, okay, okay. You're changing, Selwyn. Number one is but. Number one is but. Okay. Right? So that's why we need to read very carefully. Read very carefully and understand what you're reading. So just don't glance at the word. You're using your eyes so that you will be able to understand. Look at the words and look at what they are saying. All right, so we're going back from the beginning and we are going to correct before we close off. So see if you got each section correct. Remember section A. What is the subject? So I'm asking, I know Maria was not present all the time, so I will ask her any questions. So we're starting with Sabriki, since she wasn't here at the beginning. What is the subject in number one? Sabriki, what is the subject for number one? What is the subject of the sentence? Number one. All right. So the subject of the sentence is the girl. You can't forget the word the. You must put in the because the is pointing to showing it's speaking about a specific girl. All right, Salvin, what is the subject for number two? Salvin, what is the subject for number two? He's not watching. What is the subject for number two? What is that? Say it again. Spell it again, Salvin. Finger spell. What is the subject? What is the subject of that sentence? The subject, not the verb. Don't spell the verb. Okay, so what is the verb? What is the subject? Right, not maybe, but that's the subject. Cats. So cats is the subject. Correct. So the girl and cats. That is the subject. So who is doing the action is the subject. So we're going on to the section B. I did number one already, so number two. Now you have a sentence, but you want to change the subject into a pronoun. So you have to find the subject first. So what is the subject in number two? I didn't give you the subject. But I will actually give you the subject this time. This is the subject. This is the subject. What pronoun are you going to use to replace the subject? Salvin, number two. Peter, come and clean your room. Salvin. I see Sabriki putting up her hand and waving. All right, Sabriki, go ahead. Take it. Take it away. Go ahead. What's the answer? Right. Excellent. You come and clean your room. Yes. Very good. Selwyn, number three. What is the pronoun we're going to use to replace that subject? The dog eats mangoes. Selwyn. It. Very good. It. It eats mangoes. Very good. So that is correct. So let's go on to the last section now. All right, so we have section C, conjunction. Remember, conjunction joins Join sentences. The conjunction, join the sentences, right? But you have to use the conjunction. So you have to, I'm going to the next board. You have to, I'm hoping you wrote it in your book so you can tell me what to write. So I'm going to add a slide. So for number 1 and number 2. So tell me how to write. You are going to tell me how to write the sentences when I join it. So number 1, the rain is falling, the sun is shining. Who want to sign the answer for me? Join those two sentences. Number 1. Join the two sentences. Yes, Shabriki, you want to try? Go ahead. I'm ready. The rain is falling, but the sun is shining. Excellent. So we're doing that. The rain is falling, but the sun is shining. Okay. All right. So number 2, I'm going to ask Canton. You can see Canton online now. Canton, number 2. That is okay if you're late, but is revision. The lady is eating, the lady is sitting. How are we joining those two sentences? The lady is eating, the lady is sitting. How are we going to join that? Salvador, go ahead. Help out Canton. Salvador, help out Canton. Say the sentence. The lady is eating and... No, you can't put the lady. You can't put the lady again. Remember when we have to, what we have to do. We cannot, we taken off, we had to take off something. All right, because both of them it have the lady. So we're going to write, let's go. The lady is eating. We are not going to write the lady again. All right, we're putting and. The lady is eating and sitting. So you're not writing the lady again. We already know the lady doing it, so don't have to write it over and over. So the lady is eating and sitting. Don't need that. All right. Right, so we don't want to be writing words that is not needed. It is already understood that it's a lady doing both action by joining it with and. So that was our class today, and that was our revision. Next week, please God, is today is the just remembering today is the 17th. All right. So when we checked our time, we're looking at our last class, and I'm just going to look at the calendar here again. Our last class will be next week, Wednesday, which is the 24th. Next week, Wednesday is the 24th of November, the last Wednesday in November, and that is our last class. So next week, Wednesday, you are coming to get your assessment. Okay? Next week, Wednesday, you are coming to get your assessment. So come prepared, right? And I will see you next week, and all the best until next week. So bye-bye. Love you all. God bless. And Sabriki, I need to talk to you. And Kenton too. Let me just say, Hamadi could come offline now. All right.